What is going on, everybody? Scott Hogan's here. We're back. We're going at this, working on a little some stuff tonight. Getting ready. Figure we go live. We do have some storms going on out there, so I don't know how good the internet is. So that's part of why I'm here. Been teaching outside a little bit, but a little bit of bad weather, so we figured we'd jump in here and do this. So we're going to play a little round. You're going to see I've got a little headband on. This is the Focus Calm. Actually had a really good chat with the president of the company today. I'll bring that to you, but I've been using this for a little bit. If you follow on Instagram, all that stuff, which I do encourage you all to do, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. You'll see more about it, but this has been a big help for me. I've been using this since December when actually Dr. Rick Sextonhouse gave it to me. But anyway, I'll talk more about that. We're here. We're going to play a little bit. And let's jump on in. So you'll see me working with this. I've got it set on my iPad right now. And you can see it's got the band going. And what I like is you can see that little graph on the bottom is actually going across. And it's tracking basically how things are going. Right now, my brain is active because I'm trying to get things started here. So we'll go ahead. Let's do it. All right. So also, if you hear a little noise, it does play a noise for it as we go through this. Okay, so we'll get there. But here we go, par 4. This is on the SGT. So, simulator golf tour rounds. So we'll go from there. So did get a chance to play. I've been playing a little bit outside. I've played 5 rounds. So I know that it has been 5 because I just got I'm going to Arcos this year for stats. And yeah, so it's been interesting to do it. I'll talk more about it. We got a sand wedge in here. Let's go ahead. See if we can drive in. So downwind. So I'm going to hit a real small one, try to keep it low. I think that was too hard. Yeah, just a little bit. Freeze, spin, something. Just a fraction. So I like when it's windy out, I like to keep the ball low. Even downwind, I like to go lower because I don't want to rely on the wind as we go. So we work on that. Been playing pretty good though. So Arcos wise, driving's actually been the worst part of my game outside. Have been working on some swing stuff. If you didn't see the Billy Fitzgerald video, or the 2 of them so far, we got 1 more coming up, and then you can see the other videos on his channel. Those were great. Really helped me. However, have been struggling a little bit with the driver, but honestly, I just haven't practiced with it. You know, you do it in here, but I haven't been practicing it. So, you know, that's part of it. I've been working a lot on wedges, ton on short game as we go. So now we got to get out of here. So it's really not that bad of a spot. Just kind of got nowhere to go though. So we're just going to pitch it out. We obviously do not want to go up in the tree. That would be problematic. Let's see here. I'm just to expedite this process. Let's just see. We got what? 40, 50 yards. Okay. We're going to hit a little pitching wedge. Make sure it stays down, deep rough. So we got to hit it harder than we think. Just try to get out. And we'll go to work. Go to work. This has been probably the best part of my game, I would say, is wedges, these distances. You know, when I have driven in play, you know, I've been throwing some pretty good ones up there. Kind of like the last hole But, you know, getting some close ones. If I get in trouble, I've been able to save it. It's been kind of nice. Man, I don't know if you can hear that rain out there. It is pouring. 94. So I'm going to try to hit the exact same one. Because the last one was downwind. Now this is crosswind. Well, and I did hit the same one. It's just about the exact same yards. So kind of drew on that wind, I guess. So we're consistent. But yeah, if you got questions about things, one of the things I'm interested in is, you know, if I went over like my Arcos stuff, like, is that something you'd be interested in? So far as automatic tracking goes, Arcos has been the best one. I use the little link that goes on your belt. I've tried some of the other ones. They didn't work particularly great. I haven't tried them all, though. Like, Shot Scope, I hear, is pretty good. I haven't tried it, though. But, you know, would you want to see some stat breakdowns and things like that, what I use it for, and how I build my practice plans? 3-iron. Now I look at this hole. I should have looked at it a little more. All I saw was the red hazard line, but in reality, I should have just hit driver. Just go by it all. Now, it should let me play it. So, like, this is where it's like, man, I want to just play it as it lies. If you can hear the thunder out there. Like, I'm not that worried about where this ball is. So, I guess you can't. So, we just got to go for it here. Okay. Oh, well. We're in regular rough. It's moving left. Downhill lie, slightly into the wind. I'm going to hit a good 7. So, by working on keeping that arm and pressuring that arm, that takes me back to when I worked with Alaska, when I worked out in Arizona. You know, that was something he taught, and that's something I teach, and it reminded me, do that in your own game. And I've been hitting it pretty good. Bounce left. It's a good shot. I've been hitting it pretty good. Again, off the tee, a little bit of a struggle. It's actually, compared to a scratch handicap, that's the only part of my game that has been, you know, below what you know, I'm losing strokes to the scratch level. The rest have actually been positive. Even short game, which I talk about, is, you know, is a challenge here. So far I've very barely got into the a relaxed mind. So we're going to try one here. So we're going to breathe. Hit it pretty hard. Let's see. I did raise it up a little bit, not all the way up to where I wanted it, but definitely went up as we go. Decent shot, and we just keep working at it. You know, that's what I was excited about the conversation we had today. You know, about this stuff this is a skill. So let's go ahead. 3-iron. Trying to cut it a little. It's a good shot. Good shot, though. Let's see. We got to get our bunker mat out. Again, we got all the stuff I use. Everybody always asks me, "What is that? What is that?" It's all in the description. You'll see a link. I put everything on one single page for people that are asking. So you can check it out. Bunker Mate, and you can get your own. 22. I've got a sand wedge out. Again, more with the 55. Bite. Oh, I hit it too good. It's a good shot though. I've been playing some more of those. I remember a lot of people were asking about it. Is it like a double penalty using the bunker mate? So far, what I've seen outside is like I need the size. Like when I got out there, even like just playing bunker shots off your normal turf and mat, I was hitting the ball way too soft. I was just too used to hitting it soft. You hit it a little harder on that. And I've still found that you need to hit a little harder. 137. This is a little 9 because of that wind. Like a real little 9. We're trying to flight it down, kind of hit it flatter. Now I didn't pure that one, but that's the idea, right? Like even a bad shot is going to get to a point where a bad shot's not going to be that bad is what we're kind of getting at there. So we don't, you're keeping the ball under control, especially hitting in the wind, especially with trouble around. You got to flight the ball, make sure a bad shot doesn't get out of control. I can play from here. So little 10-yard chip, ball's going to go way back. Been really trying to focus on my body motion on those chips. It's been working. Been actually chipping decent outside. I mean, I would go beyond decent even. I'm probably too picky. I put myself in some interesting spots and I've been hitting good ones. So, all right, let's see. 404 driver. Let's see what we got. Somebody asked, how do you get the 2-putt circle on GS Pro? You go to auto putt, and that's what you get. So you're just auto putt fixed. Auto putt fixed is the putting setting. Yeah, this is on. I'm playing the Simulator Golf Tour, but I do this anyway. Even on my own rounds, I don't like to putt. And that's in general in simulator golf, because I just don't think, what happens when I putt in simulator golf is I get very sloppy. Like I'm not setting up properly. Like I just get up here and, you know, I'm just like, all right, whack it straight down here. And I find I develop bad habits. And then I'm working on getting rid of them when the season comes. And so it's not, you don't get better at putting by putting in here. Let's say that, in my opinion. So that's the 2-putt circle. I like the 2-putt circle because it gets you thinking about, you know, being aggressive and stuff. This is a very little pitching wedge. Trying to let the wind bring it into the left. Get all the way up there. Go! Don't spin. There we go. Those are kind of the shots I've been hitting really good of late. So, yeah, I don't like the putting from that aspect. You know, obviously there's green speed and all that stuff too that you got to think about. But I just don't see a benefit of it as we go. Hit that one really good. So outside, I've been driving it, I think right now on it, my Arcos average has been 267 outside. You know, I've had some 240s, 250s, all that. That's according to Arcos, which I have been finding to be pretty good. Anytime you have the auto trackers, they're not 100%. You got to go through your round afterwards. But I just want it to be close, so I'm not like just inputting an entire round. Essentially, I want some help. Make it like a 5-minute process, which this has been pretty good so far. Pitching wedge, downwind. I hit my pitching wedge about 140 in the air, pulled it slightly there. Wasn't trying to kill it, I just wanted to hit a good one. And we'll take our easy 2-putt birdie. And go, 214, into the wind. Perfect, this is what this club is for. This is that 3-iron, new 3-iron. Been hitting this good. I had a couple in like the 240 range with this thing. I had one like 258. That was a little wind assist. But trying to have a club that goes about 230, it's been pretty good. Okay. Towed it slightly. But because of the... Stay. No. Oh. Because of the mass of this club, the mass of this golf club, let's see. Oh no. We're going to be off that camera for a while, I guess. The mass of this club, you know, you can tow it a little bit and you're fine. So we can do that. Let me see. My GoPro, if any of you follow me on the gram, you probably saw that my GoPro suffered a little bit. So we are set up now we're running this through a phone, this camera. GoPro, that one took a little bit of a hit. So what we can do, so you can see I have it hooked up with the cord. So anybody that's ever looking to set stuff up, here's that Apple cord for an HDMI. You know, so people that want to project, anything like that, you know, you can do that, or you can run. I use an app called iMovie Pro. It's like $8. It actually lets you use your your AirPods as a microphone, which I didn't realize you could do. So that's good for like online lessons and stuff. Shout out to Caleb from Below Average Golfers, by the way. We've been working on his game. 5 rounds in, he's already like a single digit, but he dropped one already. One a complete point on his handicap. Went 3-wood there. It seemed pretty tight into the wind. The best thing wasn't to fan it like that a little bit, but we're okay. Now it's a full pitching wedge. But when you're a single digit, you drop an entire stroke in 5 rounds. That's pretty good. So good job to him. If you're double digits and if you're up by like 20, you can drop a couple maybe, but usually it takes about the 20 rounds that you need. Pitching wedge. Ball should take off left, and the wind should push it right. That got eaten alive by that wind. That's a bad club. I hit that pretty good. So that was all club right there. By the way, on that last shot we had with the drive, I was actually in the blue there. So I'm interested. I'm going to be recording. I'm recording this. Obviously we're live, but I'm going to watch this back. And I've got it synced up to my, you know, this is super golf nerd stuff, but I've got it synced up so I can pay attention to like what I'm doing when I get, you know, in the zone, quote unquote. Little pitch, go in. Whew. Been liking the pitching. This will sound weird, I think, if you're not familiar, but I feel like I'm hitting pitches with my feet. And so what that means is shifting back, shifting through, and, you know, doing it all with my feet, using the ground to push. And what that does is that creates rotation. On pitches, you want a lot of rotation because you want the ball to come off soft. Full swing, you're not really trying to rotate. You do rotate, but it's not like your main goal. You're trying to drive the club with your hands and arms, which creates speed. A lot of people get that backwards. So that's kind of been my typical drive of late. Just can't get around on it. It's like it's hit super well. It's very solid, but it's high right. Gonna work here. It's giving me a great angle in. We're gonna play the wind. I'm gonna hit a gap wedge. Should release a little bit out of this lie. Don't draw too much with the wind. Go. I think it would have been the right club if I had it more right. If I would have hit the green or even the fairway, that bounces on. But I missed it. I hit the rough. You hit the rough, you hit an upslope, it's going to kill it. So now, that's why you need a little short game. So this is what I was saying about my feet. Push it back, and see how my body, I'm pushing down, and that creates a little bit of pivot. That's all I need to chip and just have it pop up, settle. Oh, got a little away from me there, but that's all I've been doing, and I've really hit some good chips. And it's been nice. Check these. Oh yeah, that cloud's pretty dark out there. We live right by a tornado siren, so we'll hear it. Kind of, see, that's the one. It's hit decent. That one wasn't hit as good as the last hole, but it's just, I gotta decide. I think I'm playing on Monday. We're actually playing a 2-man best ball event. So like what you watched today on the PGA Tour at the Zurich, that's what we're playing. Kind of gets us going, and then 2 weeks after is our first like individual one. So it's kind of fun to play the team ones. I roasted that 3-wood, I'm not gonna lie. Get in the circle though. Oh no, it's the bad part about the 2-putt circle. You hit a great shot and then it ends up and you're 3-putting it. That was absolutely roasted. But I got to decide, I think before then, I might, probably just going to commit to hitting some sort of fade. I can hit, like, everything I'm doing is to draw the ball more, but I just don't have it yet. I've played the course we're playing. It can be a little tight. At times, it's called Ivanhoe. They play a Corn Ferry event there sometimes. I don't believe they are this year, but it's a good course. We played there a few years ago. So this is where I get crossed up. Like, I was thinking I'm going to hit a fade, and then I kind of do what I'm working on and hit a draw. This is where, again, I wish it would let me, like I would play this. So they just need to have a play it as it lies, because that's what I would do, but I guess we can't. So anyway, not that big of a deal. I got to commit to one, because like that's what you don't want. The key to good driving isn't like, oh, I'm going to have complete control over my ball. I'm not going to do the opposite of what I think is going to happen, essentially. That's it. Like, all right, it's going to move a little left or right, because everybody's golf ball moves. Nobody hits it dead straight every time. Hit that really bad. That one was bad. Get over it. Nope. All right, bunker mate. But, yeah, I could tell that one. I was not even close to thinking about hitting the shot, and my score was dropping at that point. But yeah, it's just something we got to figure out. Got to figure out how we're got to have a strategy. I mean, I'm not going to go in there and say, oh, I'm driving it bad, I hope it works. You know, we got to come out with a strategy and, you know, figure something out for it. Again, hitting it really solid, so we like that. That was pretty indifferent bunker shot. I'm on my, definitely thinking about the driver at the moment. I'm going to have a little pitching wedge. I don't think I can get gap all the way there. We're going to try it. Why not? Hit that really good. See if it rides the wind enough. It will. It's going to be the right yardage. We're close. So try to get like 120 out of this one, out of the gap. Got some real short par 3, par 5s on this. So like this one here, it's like if I'm confident I can turn it, I aim it here. I'm going to aim it here and try to draw it, but the big issue will be I don't want to start it left and then draw it. Now the wind's helping me keep it from going too far left, but that's not going to be enough wind. And then that's me really trying not to go that way. So yeah, we're working the driver out. I'll be out practicing it a little tomorrow. I was practicing it the other day too, and it wasn't bad. Just little things. Always take hitting it solid. The rest of the clubs feel great. Got the 3-wood here into the wind. Should be just a good one. Hit it really well. Oh, it's not going to carry that bunker, is it? Must have come out of the grass dead, whatever. We're okay with it though. So again, I've had all these 20-something yard bunker shots. So all of these types of bunker shots I have been playing with a 55, and I'm experimenting a little bit with, I might just go 55 all the way around. And kind of 60, use that for when I really need it, and use that for chips and all that stuff. I don't know, it seems like it's easier, you know, because just to get the ball out most times and not have a really difficult shot. You know, you just don't have to be that good from bunkers. That's the thing, is like when you look at numbers and stuff, I don't have to be a really good bunker player. So I need to just make sure I don't make massive mistakes coming out of a bunker, right? Like you just gotta, you gotta make sure I probably just get it on the green like I didn't do there, but you know, that's the thing about bunkers. Like you practice them a little, learn how to get out, and then for most people, that'll be enough. You know, if you want to get really good, you can practice them some more, you know, go through, you basically want to just go through the different types of scenarios you could have. You know, so you don't make big mistakes on a, don't make big mistakes on a, on a shot. So thoughts on the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro? I mean, for $700, it seemed pretty good, like in that price range. I mean, yeah, I mean, only got to hit it there. You have to use their golf ball, so outdoor use and getting all the data, not going to really be an option. But, you know, at that price category, is it like, hey, would I be like, yeah, get that instead of some of the devices that are in the $3,000-$4,000 range, and you're going to get the exact same performance? You know, no. But again, that's the thing. That's why you always start with, if you're building a simulator, you start with, okay, what's my room size and what is my budget? That's it, because those two things matter. In this game, the more you pay up, the better it gets for the most part. Now, I think there is kind of this weird level thing right now, and like, Mevo Plus being 3,700 all in with everything, I think is a steal. It's crazy all the stuff you can get for that price, where it's like you got this weird thing, you start going up and it's like, all right, now I'm into like $5,000-$7,000 range, and it's like, am I getting more? Again, it just depends on what device you need and what you use. Like, it's just weird little spot right there. But yeah, I mean, MLM, I mean, I've got the original and I liked it. So if you've got, but I mean, if you have the budget to go up, I would go up. That's the way I look at it. I wouldn't spend less, and then, I got a lot of people that bought the, like they buy the Garmin. It's like, the Garmin, it's a fine device. It's a great device to just hit some shots and, you can get some basic understanding. But then, when you go outside, people are like, oh, I wasn't doing that. It's like, well, I wouldn't hold it to like be set in stone, This is a 50 degree. I was just trying it. Felt like trying it, see what happens. Probably should have done the 55, but just wanted to see. So, yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts. Like, I mean, it's like, I don't want to say, I'm not saying anything's bad, anything's good. It's like, everything's getting pretty good for where the price it sits at. It's like, yeah, depends on what you need. Would I trade it? I wouldn't trade Mevo Plus for the world. I mean, I've been teaching with it. The face impact stuff is unbelievable from a teaching standpoint. Like, I've been able to help I mean, it's made me so much money already, because just by being able to quickly show people where they hit the ball in the face, from a business standpoint, the thing that makes you the most money as a teacher is you get people to hit it farther. Everybody wants to hit it farther, which also in turn does help you hit it straighter, by the way. But, I've had several people, I mean, 30 to 40 yards, like instantly, because, hey, you are hitting it on the heel or this or that, and we don't want to do that. Let's show you how not to do that. So, for me, it's been invaluable. But some people might not have a use like that. 138, pitching wedge. I hit that really good. That was a good swing. Surprised it went that far, which I have been hitting my pitch. Like, when I'm swinging it good, I am hitting it a little farther. I have noticed that. Like, I'm almost ready to commit that, like, I hit my pitching wedge like 145. 8 irons like 165 to, it's getting close to 170. 9 is like 155. That's what I've been seeing. That's all because I've been swinging better over the last couple weeks. Just kind of been working on it a lot more, and I can actually push some power into it. And again, I would highly encourage, I had Billy Fitzgerald on, and we got more instructor stuff coming, by the way, more instructors, all that stuff, which I love. It helps me out as a teacher. It lets you all not listen to me all the time. But some of that stuff just took me back to when I worked with Alaska for a couple of years, when I was in Arizona, and bite. It just it really helped. Let's just say that. It just, reminded me of how to put more power into the ball, how to compress the ball, how to do all that stuff. It was good. So, highly recommend you watch. I think the second one came out yesterday. The first one came out on Sunday. It's alignment and compression, part 1 and 2. Might be the 2 most important videos when you are learning about golf, if I'm being honest. It's going to be hard to top those. That was a decent swing. See, I think that's the drive I'm going to have to commit to. Just a little tiny fade. So all that means is I got to aim a little more left, but I can get through that. I feel like I can do that a lot. It's obviously hit very well, 284. My average so far this year has been 267, you know, in a little bit colder weather, all that stuff. But, you know, been hitting it pretty good. So we'll go through all that. And again, that's a sand wedge. That was the 55-degree bite. Good shot there. Been hitting a lot of really good wedges this year so far. Wedge game's been really good. Did a lot of work on that, obviously. I preach that. Get the wedge card if you haven't already. It's on my site. It's on the resource pages. It's literally free. Go get it. Use it all the time. Doesn't matter which launch monitor you have. You know, if you got the Baby Mevo, you got a Swing Caddy, whatever, use it. Got a TrackMan, use it. Like that. There's the drive. Okay, so we're going to commit to that. We're going to commit to that. So here's the game plan I got to go with. That's the drive. I like it. Consistent. That one I hit a little on the bottom of the face, but that's all right. I can play it. So my strategy would be like, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, I'm aiming at this part of the fairway. Let it fade. That's my strategy. We're going to work on that. We got to commit to it. I'll only try to draw if it's wide open. I'm going to take the Max Homa strategy. It's got to be wide open. And, you know, hole's really got to say you got to draw it. This one's kind of between. I could probably get wedge there. I'm going to try to hit just a good 9. Try to ride the wind a little. And it's deep, though. No, maybe not. The uphill, out of the rough, kind of into the wind. Wind was kind of quartering. That's kind of the problem, though, when you hit out of the rough. When you take a less swing, you lose spin, and you hit it lower. So all of those things mean it's not going to stop as quick. So just, you got to pick the best, you know, make your best choice. But anyway, so yeah, I'll go over some of, if you're interested, I got this focus column on. We're going to have more info about it. I've been tracking the round. I've been pretty even keel. Had some blue moments. I think it's hard to do it and talk and do all this, but I like just being aware of what's going on. That's way too hard. Maybe not. Hit it pretty good. And then we'll go. So, yeah, just good to get back out. Haven't been on in a while, or live at least. And we got storms happening outside. You probably heard those as we were playing, but we're working our way through. So again, if you have questions about anything, make sure you subscribe, all that, and we'll have more with all this stuff. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and get out and practice. The golf season's here. It is go time. See ya.